talked to him going into this game about being part of teams that have knocked off the number one team in the country. I had a couple as a player and had a couple as a coach at my previous stop, and there's nothing like it to go out there and get this win. And I talked to our guys about there'd probably be people coming on the floor and enjoy it with the fans, and now the challenge, you got to move on. We play in 2 days, which I think feels like about the 18th game in a row. We've had 2 days of prep, but we got to get over this one quickly. But I did tell our guys to enjoy it, to have fun, and it certainly shows what we're capable of. I thought both ends we were really good for the most part, besides that run that they went on in the second half. But overall, start to finish, I was really pleased with the effort.
What was the scene like down there on the court? And you get something dumped on you?
I got a little wet. Yep, I got a little wet in the locker room, and it was cold. So I got a new shirt, but my pants are freezing. Yeah, I got the car going right now.
Talk about the plan you had for Edey and just the job guys did on him.
Yeah, I mean, he's the most dominant force in the game, and he's so hard to game plan for because everybody else shoots it. You saw what Gillis did to us out on the perimeter. Smith, Lawyer, all those guys, Jones, they can all hit shots. So he puts you in a really tough position because he's impossible to stop one-on-one, especially when you get into foul trouble. So, I thought our guys executed the game plan very well. Not that we didn't against Wisconsin, but I thought our urgency was better on that end. I thought our edge and toughness was better. I think we gave up 11 rebounds. I haven't really looked at the stats yet, and I can't see anymore. So, but overall, on that end of the floor, I really thought we competed, and that's what you look for. Listen, if they hit shots and you're contesting them and you play hard, you look yourself in the mirror at the end of the day, whatever the result is, and you can live with yourself. And I thought tonight we did that.
You told the guys to enjoy it, but did you? What goes through your head when that goes final and all the fans are rushing on the floor?
Yeah, this is a special win, and again, the thing I'm really happy with is it shows what we're capable of, to come out there, especially after a tough loss. I mean, Wisconsin handed it to us the other day, and our guys, what I told them in the locker room is we won it on Sunday when we got back in the gym, and we learned from the mistakes that we made. And that's the thing that you love as a coach is when your guys respond like they did today for the entire game for 40 minutes and execute what you preach to them. And but yeah, did I enjoy it? Hell yeah, I did. And I'm going to enjoy it. But I'm going to go home and I got to start watching Iowa now. Like I said, I wish we had 5 days in between this one so I could really enjoy it tonight. But we got a game coming up. We got to get a plan put together, and we got to get our guys ready starting tomorrow.
You talked a lot about the kind of players you want to get as transfers. When Bryce Williams and Rick Mass had the games they had tonight, how gratifying is it that you picked right in the transfer?
Well, and what you don't understand, Bryce Williams didn't have a rep in practice the last 2 days. He got back on the floor in shoot-around today to test the foot and made the determination with their medical staff that he was going to give it a go. But he was a game-time decision tonight. And to go out there and be, I think, a point and an assist shy of a triple-double, I mean, that's phenomenal. And did a solid job defensively, except the one he got blown by from Smith in the full court. And then, Rink, just from the very first possession, he steps out, hits a big three. That forces the defense now to get closer, and that's what I thought set up our cutting, which I thought was really good. And not many teams have shot 50% against Purdue. So to go out there and move the ball like we did and get the ball to the right guy, C.J. Wilcher had a really good stretch where he got hot. Casey obviously did his thing. I thought Sam was terrific, making hustle plays all over the place. And again, everybody, Josiah hitting a three over there in the corner. And, I think 7 guys hit threes tonight. That's a great stat.
Casey kind of feed off the moment, the crowd in a game like this?
I think this goes both ways. I think they feed off him, and certainly he feeds off them. And, it just some of those shots he made they were crazy. And, it's over the last few years, what you've learned with Casey is you live with some of those. And that certainly paid off tonight with him knocking down those shots. But, again, CJ, when Casey was on the bench, hit some huge ones as well. And, CJ's playing with so much confidence right now. I just love to see it. And those guys, I thought, played good minutes together out there as well. But, just again, overall, from start to finish, just so proud of the guys.
Bryce, played a little more lead guard, I guess. Is there a reason for that? Was that a change, or just
he's
kind of the flow of the game?
Yeah, I mean that's the role he's been in. With when Jamarcus goes out, then Bryce will play with the ball in his hands. So I've liked what he's done with that. And then the good thing is when he's getting pressured, he can throw it to Rink, and we can still get into our set and get into our action. And I think you saw some of that tonight. Rink's going to be our pressure release, a lot like Derek was a year ago, and it was great to have Derek in the building tonight. Emmanuel was here today, and Derek was here tonight, so it was great to see him, and a fun win for our entire program.
You've had a lot of big wins over the course of your career, but just considering what the last 6 years have been in the build-up to this point, what does this one mean for you? Is it too early to reflect on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great win. It's a huge win for our program, but we got a lot of work left to do. I think that's the way we all need to look at this thing. This can't be the highlight of our year. I mean, we gotta build off this one. We bounced back from a tough loss. Now we're going to see how we handle a big emotional win like this, and we'll know tomorrow. We'll know tomorrow in the gym. We won't go long. We probably won't do a lot of live reps, but we got to get the game plan in and have a really good mental day, and get our guys ready to go.
Coach, I mean, this kind of a win. You've got some guys in this group that have seen the great moments, some this year, some last year. You've got a couple that have also seen some tough moments too. How much is this a reflection of the hard work you and this group has put together?
Well, again, I just keep pointing to the fact these guys have been, whatever has happened, they've found a way to bounce back. And, even in the flow of the game today, when Purdue got hot, our guys didn't hang their head. They came over, they talked in the huddles. And when you have a group like that, you're going to give yourself a chance. When you have a group of guys that compete every time they step on the floor, you're going to have a chance to win the game. And, we just, again, got to learn from this one, and we'll get back in the film room like we always do and watch good clips and bad clips and try to learn from it and then move past it and start getting ready for Iowa. Thanks, guys.
Mike, go ahead. I was defensively, you guys seemed a little more quicker to the ball, doubling quicker than Saturday.
You think?
High hands and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, you're right. See you guys. All right.
Bryce Williams, four professionals, one's competed.
Coach made the comment that you guys won this game on Sunday with the way that you came back and responded after that Wisconsin loss. I guess, what did you notice from Sunday to this point that kind of built up to tonight?
Mainly determination. I think everybody came in and was like, okay, we dropped one, but we got another opportunity on Tuesday. Nobody was hanging their heads. Everybody came in hungry and ready to dial into the scouting report. And I think today showed that we're a very good team. Like, this was the best team effort that I've seen probably in my career.
You said before the season you came to Nebraska in part for like the big stages like this, and the game started. You went right after Edey. Just how important was this kind of game, that kind of matchup for you going in?
It doesn't get much bigger than this one. Like, you played #1 team, reigning National Player of the Year. I just see that as a challenge. And luckily the shots were going in the beginning and gave the team a little spark, and everybody started believing, hey, there's something there today. So, I mean, yeah, rise to the moment. I think everybody did that today.
Bryce, you're on the same lines. I know you came to Nebraska to play in games like this. I know you didn't practice at all the last 2 days, but what was going to take it to keep you off the floor tonight?
I've been in the training room more than I've been in my apartment for the past couple of days. So, I didn't want to let the guys down. Obviously, I wanted to play in a big moment like this because I haven't ever experienced it, and it was so electric in there. The energy was out of this world, and I'm glad I didn't miss it. But at the same time, I just wanted to be there with my teammates. I mean, we all work hard, and yeah, I can fight through a little bit of pain for them. It takes everybody to win. It's not just one person. So, we just leaned on each other tonight.
For a while, what does a win like this mean to you, just knowing where the program has been before you?
It's a great thing to see. Because ultimately, again, I give all glory to God, giving me the opportunity to not only be a part of this game, but, just see the growth of our program, growth of the staff, and just how they have made adjustments throughout the years, and to be a part of this is just a great experience. It's kind of like full circle, being from where we came from my first year to now, so it's a great experience.
What's the court storming like?
It was dope. I've never experienced that. It kind of got too hot though. I had to get out of there.
You talk about the plan you had against Edie and just the defensive effort tonight.
My plan was to be annoying. I kind of did a little fist bump because he was already complaining to the rest before the first media timeout. Just being annoying, being on his body, playing physical with him. I mean, he's about as big as it's going to get. So for me personally, that was kind of my plan. And then for the team, just be aggressive on him. Like our game plan was to pretty much double team him on the catch and make the pass out and finding the open guy really tough and kind of rotate out of there. So I think we did a great job on the backside of running and rotating and just scrambling around. And I give all these guys a lot of credit because at the end of the day, I just had to put my hands up and make the pass tough. They actually had to run around and get the guys.
Was he the reason that you had a bloody nose, or was that something else?
I don't know who it was, but somebody didn't call out a back screen, and I think it was Lawyer. I ran straight into his forehead, and both nostrils just popped. But it was a little blood.
You're a tough guy.
I mean, you can play through it.
I think you guys can make the case that all 9 players that saw the field for you guys tonight made a significant impact in the game. Is this kind of a definition of what this team is? The fact that you are so deep, you have so many guys that step up and make play in all facets, where it's not just 1 or 2 guys, it's literally a total team effort.
Yeah, it'll make us hard to stop as the season goes on. We have a lot of experience. We have old and young guys, which is good. But we're so deep. We're so talented, shooting off the charts. It's just like you can't stop it. You can't stop it. It can be anybody's night. And I mean that's what you saw out there tonight, and that's what everybody's going to see as the season goes on.
Rink and Bryce, have either of you been part of a court storming before, and what was that scene like for you two?
The scene was crazy. Like CJ said, it gets too hot and it gets a little hectic. Once I started falling, I almost felt like twice. I was like, I need to leave. Because, at that point it can get dangerous, and there was a lot of people. But at the end of the day, it was fun. It's something fun to be a part of. I'm going to remember it forever. And then again, we haven't, beat a number 1 team since 1982 or something. So, it was justified.
Where did you get that word?
I saw it on Twitter. Yeah.
Well, that was you?
A lot of us tweeted it out because, that's crazy. Like, how old were your parents in 1982?
It was like 10, 12.
12, word.
It's a while ago.
Yeah.
One of the things Coach said is, this is as great as this win was, you don't have much time to enjoy it. Cause 2 days later, you got to go to Iowa and play another road game. I guess, how do you come off tough losses? How do you turn around from something like this, a win that is the highest of the highs? How do you compartmentalize the joy of this to turn your focus to Iowa?
It's a quick turnaround. You know, it's kind of like we did today. You know, it wasn't as quick of a turnaround, but you know, we kind of had our focus on to the next game. You know, I think it's the same thing. We enjoyed tonight, and you know what I mean, everybody has their fun. But tomorrow morning when we go to practice, it's time to lock in on the scout and our principles again. So.
Yeah, we're not preparing every day just to beat Purdue, competing for a national championship. Well, first the Big Ten championship and then the national championship. Celebrate tonight, like CJ said, but like never get too high, never get too low. Just keep going, keep moving forward. But that was a big win, but that's not all we're here to do.
Never get too high, never get too low. We have all played this game for a very long time, so I think we all know that wins are great, but there's always the next game. And I trust all my teammates that everybody is mature enough to tomorrow show up and focus on the next one.
Bryce, you might have said this in your first answer, but when did you know when you were going to play? Was it just before the game, or did you sense it in the morning? Or
this morning, actually when I woke up I was a little stiff. It was hurting. I was limping to the bathroom in the morning. I actually thought I wasn't going to play, but after my first treatment and after I got out on the court, I was like, okay, it's not hurting too bad. Really, the tape was what was bothering me more than my foot. And then once the adrenaline started going, it was wraps. It was good. I was good.
Anything else for players?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.